MAC Football Media Day continues from Ford Field with the head coach of the Miami RedHawks, Chuck Martin. Chuck, appreciate the time as always. You know, the RedHawks over the last 4 or 5 years have had the best record in the Mid-American Conference. How have you done it, and what do you want to continue to see from this program?
Yeah, basically, we made a decision 7 years ago. We got there. We're going to take our time. We're going to do it right. We're going to do it with high school kids. We're not going to try to take a bunch of transfers, and we thought that fit who Miami was as an academic institution and as a university, and we built it slowly, and really the back half of year 3 we got it going, and we found kids that believe in the same thing we do, and everybody talks about culture and getting the culture set right, and I always say you recruit your culture, because if you don't recruit kids that believe in what you believe in, your culture, you can't force them to act the way you want them. So we're fortunate. We got great staff, we got great kids, they're great student athletes. I've got every major known to man, engineer majors, I've got farmers business school majors, I've got pre-med majors, so we have really good kids, and we talked about day one being smart and tough, and as we've grown it through the years, we've been smarter and tougher, and that's what we're going to try to keep doing. We're not going to try to change who we are, but we just want to keep getting to be a little better version of who we've been, and keep building it that way.
Last year was crazy. I think you had 2-1,
yeah.
And a lot of them were opposing teams'
yes.
COVID issues. But were you able to get something out of last year? I mean, you had the practices.
No, again, I was like, this is a waste. It was frustrating, no doubt, but it wasn't a waste. Like, for instance, Jack Sorensen sets a school record against Akron with 4 touchdown catches in one game. And that's like those moments, especially last year, we needed as many of those moments as we could latch on. So the practice, like you alluded to, we got tons of good practice in, tons of opportunities for kids to get there. We did get 3 games in. We had a knockdown, drag-out win against Ball State, which was awesome. We got our butts kicked by Buffalo, which wasn't awesome. We played a really nice game against Akron, but all those experiences for the kids, we were all looking for those last year, but these kids in particular, just, again, 3 was better than none, you know what I mean? And I certainly would love to get 6. We certainly would have loved to have a little better opportunity to defend our MAC crown, but it wasn't in the cards for 19, but we probably cherish those 3 moments more than we've ever cherished 3 football games in our life, really.
You mentioned that. Does that kind of motivate you that you didn't get to defend your MAC? Is that something you're going to kind of use
our kids, I think everybody's, even the teams that got 6 or 7 games in, I think everybody's pretty motivated this year just to go play football the best of ability. Not that we shouldn't be that way anyways, but I just think this year in particular, everybody's appreciation's at a higher level.
What are going to be strengths of the RedHawks in 2021, do you think? I know you never know until you get into camp, but when you look at it.
If you look at our 19 team, we are a very balanced football team. We really complemented each other on offense, defense, and special teams. We're going to be strong on defense. We got 6 starters back off the 19 team. We've got tons of players that have played above those 6 starters. So we've been strong on defense. We should be really strong on defense. Our kicking game won't be like 19, but I don't know that we'll ever have a kicking game that good again. But it was strong for 3 games a year ago. It'll be strong again this year. We think our ST, we think we have great depth. I don't know that we have more talent than any team in the league, but I think we have as much depth as anyone, and probably more depth than a lot of teams. We can go deeper. And then offensively, we got 8 starters back off the team in 19. Now, we were really young in 19. Freshman quarterback, 2 true freshman guards, a freshman slot. So we really feel like there's tons of growth off that 19 offense that we were going to see last year. We saw glimpses of it in a short time, but we really feel like our offense can take some major strides forward this year. Do
you sense the team kind of has a confidence that, we know how to win? You've kind of built that, and as I alluded to, over a 4-year stretch, you have the most wins in the MAC.
Yep.
Do you get a sense that this group knows what it takes to win?
Yeah, and they have won. Because early when we were there, when we got to the point we were good enough to win, it was still hard to convince them. And as you alluded to, the confidence is so. Yeah, we've not only won, we've won tight games, we've won big games. You've won, we beat OU on the road 19. You win the MAC championship game against a great Central Michigan team. Last year we beat Ball State, and we were down 2 scores in the 3rd quarter and come back and beat Ball State, which turns out to be a pretty dang good win, because that was the only game they lost all year. And they got a great football team. So, our kids have confidence, but they also have good awareness of our league. They have confidence, but they also understand that it's never going to be easy in our league. There's going to be close games every week, and that's just the norm. And if you're not used to that, it's hard to get adjusted and understand that every week it's a knockdown, drag out.
Chuck Martin, head coach of the Miami RedHawks. Best of luck in 2021. Appreciate the time.
Thanks.
We're going to step aside, take a quick time out. On the other side of the break, we'll hear from a couple of Miami RedHawk players. It's Mid-American Conference Football Media Day from Ford Field, live on cleveland.com and MLive. Stay with us.
When it comes to selling you a mattress, most retailers are handing you a long line of extra steps that drive up costs and create confusion. At the Original Mattress Factory, we simplify the mattress shopping experience by building mattresses and box springs in our own local factories and selling them direct to you. It's short, sweet, and simply makes sense. So experience more than just a mattress store. Experience an original, the Original Mattress Factory.
Mac Media Day here at the footballs. We get ready to kick off football season for the Mid-American Conference, and we're pleased to be joined by a couple of RedHawk players. Jack Sorensen, wide receiver, Mike Brown, defensive back. Guys, I know you're both seniors. You both decided to come back for another year. What went into the decision to come back and play another year with Miami RedHawks?
Yeah, I think for me, I think there's a lot more that I want to show as a football player. There's a lot more I want to do with the team. I want to win another MAC championship. So I think that there's just a lot left at Miami that I wanted to do, and getting the extra opportunity to do it, I definitely wanted to take that.
Mike, same question for you.
Along with what Jack said, just the opportunity to have a full season, you know what I'm saying, be able to compete with my people I call family, so just looking forward to that opportunity.
How excited are you guys to have fans, band, cheer, everything that you associate with the atmosphere of college football back?
Yeah, I think it's just it creates to the atmosphere and the excitement of each game. You know, I think that it was pretty eerie playing last year when you could hear yourself talking, and I could hear the defense and all the calls that they were given. I could hear my teammates and their breathing. It was just eerie. So I think it's cool that the environment's going to be back and the atmosphere is going to be like it was before.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Mike, let me ask you this. This defense, what is the RedHawks defense going to look like in 2021, do you think?
I think we have opportunity to be really good. We have a lot of players back from last year, you know what I'm saying, with the COVID thing going on. So I think we have opportunity to be really good if we play like we should, you know.
Jack, I'll ask you the same thing on the offensive side of the ball. Quarterback Brett Gabbert back. Tell me a little bit. How excited are you, and what can this offense be?
Yeah, I think we're really excited. You know, we have a lot of guys returning in the skill position. We got a lot of our running backs coming back from injury that are going to be playing this season. We have a young O-line, but we have two guys on there that have played a lot of games. So I think we have a really dynamic offense, and we're going to do some cool stuff this year.
What's the goal? I mean, you alluded to it, but yeah. Tell me, the goal for Miami in 2021. I want to hear it.
You can answer that
MAC
one.
championship, that's definitely the goal.
Yeah.
You guys have been part of building this program to where it is, which is most wins in like a 4 or 5 year period. How much pride do you take in that, and how tough of a journey was it?
Yeah, I mean, I think when you look back on it, the full picture, I think when we're done at Miami, it's definitely going to be something that we cherish. It's going to be an awesome memory. But when we're in it, you're not really thinking about the wins, the standings, what other people think of you, or anything like that. You know, that you can't let that feed into your motivation. You have to have a bigger, more intrinsic motivation for it. So it's a cool thing, but it's going to be something that we look back on and think is cool in 20, 30 years.
So, Mike, let me ask you this. You start with Cincinnati, and then you play Minnesota. Those two pretty good football teams. How do you view that? I mean, what do you look at those games and think?
I mean, there's no better way to start the season than those two games. I think we have a chance to start the season off right. 2 big games on the road, and then you can't ask for anything better than that.
Jack, you had you didn't play a lot of games, but boy, you got a lot in those games. Tell me about the season that you had, and what you want to do to build on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think behind every player's success, there's a really good scheme. There's great coaches. There's other teammates that obviously have to do their jobs to put you in the position to succeed. So we had an awesome game plan going into those 3 games. We had our backup quarterback step up and play really well. We had offensive linemen step up and play really well. We had other receivers do what they needed to do to draw defenders in other areas to open myself up. So it's exciting. I think you got a glimpse of what we can do offensively last year. And once we gain momentum and get a couple games under our belt, I think we're going to show everybody what we can really do. So I'm excited for that.
Jack Sorensen, Mike Brown, appreciate the time, guys. Best of luck in 2021. Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.